guys, so here is my initial impression of the Scottie one. So let's go. So guys, welcome to the channel. This is MARKCHES. So for today's initial test on the sneakers that I'm be reviewing, this is of course a very special sneaker. It is because this is I think the first signature sneaker from a local brand here in the Philippines. So guys, magka-taglish ako with this video. So sorry for all of those who cannot understand Filipino, but bear with me if you are interested. I still be saying some English words here in this video, but this is mainly for Filipino viewers of mine because this is bought here in the Philippines. But if you're interested, if you're living abroad, if you want to try a Filipino brand, why not? I could just give you the link down in the description below where you can buy the sneaker. So of course guys, I'm wearing a Ginebra jersey, but si Slaughter to ito hindi naubusan ako ng jersey ni Scottie. So this guys is the Scottie 1. So this is not your typical unboxing. I'll be giving you my initial impression on the sneaker. I just finished testing the sneaker out for almost an hour. That's why I'm really sweating hard right now. And let's go ahead with the performance of the Scottie 1. Before we start with the sneaker, I would just like to give a shout out to World Balance for the box of the Scottie 1. They didn't settle for the ordinary box, but they really gave a special touch to this first signature sneaker, of course, of Scottie Thompson, who plays for Ginebra in the PBA. And this box is really special. It's not your ordinary one that has just a top lid. This one is a side opening. Hindi ko alam tawag dito eh. Side. So it has some of, I think this is Scottie's moments. Yan, mga pictures ni Scottie all throughout the years. And of course, some text over here for World Balance. And begin your legend. Yan. There you go. Sign natin konti. Legends are just about championship and titles. They're about real stories and personal wins. Stories that are made possible through strength, brains, and a lot of heart. To begin, stories of going against the odds, stories of underdogs and unlikely heroes like a baller who discovers being better isn't just being taller. To begin, stories that legends are made of. And begin your legend. So very well said from the World Balance team there. Hard work, discipline, and faith. There you go. On the side, there's the Scottie 1. So US 11. So we'll be discussing the sizing in a bit later. So ayan, pag-usapan natin ang Scottie 1. Guys, the first thing that I really noticed about the Scottie 1 in terms of performance is when I initially wore them, the fit was really nice. It has a very snug fit to the sneaker. So this I would more recommend, or those who have narrow foot or regular foot, you will surely love this. And for me, I have a regular foot. It fits me perfectly. Ang ganda na fit niya. The net was really hugging my foot really nicely, and it's very comfortable. And when I just stood up for the sneaker, and if you're looking around the court, not sure if you can see the court situation here. Yan, medyo na-map na konti, nawalis na, pero ang dumi na to. Kahit tingnan niyo yung kamay ko. Nag-alcohol na kasi ako eh. Ayan, ang dumi oh. Dumi na kamay ko. Yeah, galing yan sa dumi ng floor and napunta sa bola ko. So, I'm testing it here in the very dusty floor because there's not much people playing here. And ang dumi. May nahuhulog pa nga foam galing sa ceiling. So, my impression, the traction guys. Ang kapit, sobra, it was squeaking really hard. I mean, the Enigma from World Balance, I was really impressed with the traction there. That is why that's my most favorite basketball sneaker from World Balance. But with this one, the traction was really grippy. So you can see the herringbone pattern of the traction. And the rubber compound is really thick. And I think what makes it really sticky to the floor is because the rubber, although it's hard and thick, it's still pliable, it still moves. So that's one thing That's one thing you would look at a sneaker. You check out the rubber outsole, if it's thick, and if it's pliable. Better if it's pliable because it's better on dusty floor because the rubber moves a bit. So that parang kakapit yung rubber, parang wiper. So when it helps you stop more when it bends. Unlike the hard rubber, if it doesn't move, if you slide a bit, you'll be continually sliding. But for a flexible rubber, if you slip a bit, but it will still catch you a bit when it moves. So flexible rubber is better. So that's what they used here in the Scottie one. Still moves a bit, and this pods I think also helps out when I was doing my lateral moves. It was really gripping hard in this dusty floor. If you have played with this kind of floor for a basketball court, you'll know what I mean. Because madulas to, nadumihan, ang dulas eh. Hindi siya kakapit agad unlike wooden or of course cement, asphalt. This is one of the most sensitive floors, this rubber coating kind of basketball court. If it gets wet, if it gets dirty, it's unforgiving. Talaga madudulas ka if you're not wearing the correct sneakers for these kinds of court. And true enough, this one, the Scottie one, was holding up really good in this very dusty floor. So I'm really impressed with the traction of the World Balance Scottie one. So kudos to World Balance for a first basketball signature sneaker from you guys. You really did your research well. You really made it nice, especially the most integral part on the basketball sneaker, the traction. Because if you don't have good traction, wala na agad yun. Even though if you have good cushioning, but if you're sliding, nadudulas-dulas ka sa floor, you can't perform well. You can't play that well if you're sliding everywhere in the court. So next thing that I really noticed about the Scottie one is the upper. Like I said, the fit was really nice at first. And while I was trying it out for those support testing, my lateral movements, man, impressive rin guys. Really impressive. So the materials of the Scottie one, it says in the tech specs is it's a textile. But for me, I think this is what you call right now ripstop material. It's a dual layered upper. So on top is a translucent ripstop material, and under it is a net fabric. And what I like, and it's one booty, and you can just open this up. It's very easy to wear. Just loosen this part up and just pull the pull tab. This two pull tab, then you can put your foot in easily. And what I like about this net, and they made extra detail about this net of the Scottie one, they add some ribbings inside there around the lateral and medial part of the sneaker. So what it does is it stretches like this, stretches forward and back. But when you're pushing the net out on your lateral movements, it doesn't stretch that much. So it's like a one-way stretch for the knit, which is good because it adds support to the sneaker. And while I was trying it out here, the support was really good. The lateral support was really nice. And I'm not sliding off the footbed. And you're kind of sitting just a little bit below the cushioning right about here. But that's not an issue if you're trying to do a hard lateral cut. The ripstop and the net will catch you really good, and the support, I mean, is very nice. And of course, ripstop is known to be a very durable material, matibay siya. Plus, there's an additional fusing here on the toe, on the tip of the toe, for durability, for of course scratches when someone steps on your foot. It gives you extra durability to the sneaker. And of course, another thing that helps out in the lateral support is this plastic piece. Tingnan natin what it's called again. It is the lateral sway bar. So this is what they're calling the lateral sway bar. So it runs across from the forefoot to the heel part of the sneaker. so it helps out in the lateral movements of the Scottie 1. So you're very well caged, you're not sliding off anywhere in the footbed. It really holds you down. And what's nice about this bar is it's not really stiff or it's not that hard. Thus, meaning comfortable siya. Hindi siya nag-pinch sa skin mo when you're doing lateral cuts. Because some sneakers, they're using very hard plastic. So when you're touching the plastic, it's uncomfortable and might have scratches or skin abrasion afterwards after several hours of playing. But this one, it's soft, so no worries about that. And moving on to the heel part of the sneaker, of course, the heel support. There's an internal heel containment which is bigger than this uh, leather piece here. So it kind of goes up to here. So it's a big heel containment. So your heel support is very nice. Ankle containment is very good. So your heel is very well contained. So very good in support sa heel part of the sneaker. Plus, of course, the heel cushioning here. There's two big, huge Achilles pillows here that is very comfortable. And your heel, very well contained, like I said, no heel slippage. Maganda yung fit niya. I'm really impressed with the fit of the Scottie one. And the cushion, it's high quality. It's not the fabric. It's not the cheap ones. It's very well thought of. I'm really happy with the heel containment of the sneaker. Given that the Scottie one is kind of a narrow sneaker. It's not that wide in the forefoot nor the heel. Medyo narrow siya. But if you have very good heel containment, very similar to the Kobe's. The Kobe's are usually very narrow sneakers, but the heel containment, the fit is really nice. It cages your foot really nicely. And this one does its job. Plus, if you want extra ankle protection, just tighten the last case loop here so that the ripstop material will be hugging your ankle really well so that it won't move anywhere. So I didn't have any issues there. Heel containment, lockdown, ankle support. Ang ganda. Impressed. I'm really impressed. As for the lacing system, it has a traditional lacing system, but it has a one booty upper. But what's nice about the lacing system is you can adjust the fit. If you want it tighter on the forefoot or around the ankle, you can do so. That's what's nice about a traditional lacing system. And as for the lace loop, it is fused, so it's very durable. And now, let's talk about the cushioning of the Scottie one. So it says here it has the S-Ride cushioning, the explosive with a specially compounded midsole that is lightweight, provides superior cushioning and long-lasting bounce or rebound. So guys, initially when I first wore it, this cushion was kind of stiff. But after testing it, after wearing it, after warming up the sneaker, it became better and better as I used them. And right now, I could really feel the bounce of the cushion. And I don't think this is an ordinary foam cushioning. I think they're also using, but it's not stated here. But I think they're kind of using, correct me if I'm wrong, World Balance. But it kind of feels like the nitro injected ones right now. The new cushioning, the new foam cushioning that gives you bounce that I usually found in the leaning, um, in some Anta sneakers, that kind of nitro, the 360, which I really like too. They have this certain new foam that they're using, and I think World Balance is also using it. And man, ang ganda lang ng cushioning ah. It's not just impact protection. You won't just feel the plush of the cushion, but there's a rebound back, there's a bounce to it after you break it in. So don't worry, you have to break it in at first. Then afterwards, you will feel the bounciness of the foam of the Scottie one. And I'm not exaggerating, guys. There's really a bounce to it, and I'm really impressed with the cushioning. But you have to give it time to break in. That's where you will feel the bounciness of the foam. And as for impact protection of the Scottie one, good impact protection for a foam cushioning. There's very good impact protection here. As you can see, the compression here on the side, the lines here, and good impact protection. And as for the height from the floor, just about right. Court feel is nice. Very responsive, very quick. The foam is very quick to respond. And at the same time, the balance of the responsiveness, the cushioning, bounciness, and the impact protection is really, really nice. And as for this black part here, there's a spring plate here, the TPU plate for stability and support, so torsional support, so that the sneaker won't bend too much and won't break your foot, and gives you a little bit more spring back to the cushion when you're running up and down the floor. And of course guys, heel to toe transition, there's a very nice curve to the sneaker. Maganda yung heel to toe transition niya. The heel to toe transition is really made for Scottie. Of course, if you know how Scottie plays, he likes to run up and down the court a lot. Mabilis yun. Energy player. So this one is not a slapper. Ang ganda ng heel to toe transition niya. So as for the sizing of the Scottie one, it's kind of different from the Enigma and the other World Balance sneakers, basketball sneakers rather, because on the other World Balance basketball sneakers, I could go a full size down, US 10. I'm usually in US 11 in Nike, Adidas. But with this one, I went also US 11, true to size. But on the Enigmas, I was able to go a full size down there. So this one runs more true to size for regular footers. And if you're a wide footer, go half a size up or a full size up. So the price of the Scottie one is 3,500 pesos, guys. 3,500 pesos lang. I mean, for the box that you'll be getting, this very nice box, plus the performance that you'll be getting out of the Scottie one, cushioning, traction, support, and the looks. Ganda na, nalinis niya. Tignan, no? Guys, let me know what you think about how it looks. But for the price, 3,500 for the performance that you'll be getting out of it, I mean, it's really worth it in my opinion. It's not that because I was just sponsored by World Balance, but I won't say that it's good if it's not good. I won't be doing that. So with the Scottie one, I'm really impressed with it. Congrats again, World Balance Philippines. And of course, Scottie Thompson for your first basketball sneakers, signature basketball sneaker. And of course, shout out to Eric Titanic of World Balance. Thank you again, guys, for always supporting this channel. And let me know, guys, what you think about the Scottie one. Hit me a comment down below. So this has been Marches once again. So thank you for dropping by this channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.